All right, hello, and this is the second ranking in our top 10 at every position right now rankings. I'm Henry. We've got Lucas and Leo on Zoom today, and we're going to rank the top 10 first basemen of 2019 and kind of just
Oh, no, not 2019,
right now. So we were not just factoring in going into 2020, we're factoring a lot of things, such as consistency, 2019, age, stuff like that. We hope you enjoy.
At number 10, Carlos Santana.
Good player. He's got a career 250 batting average. Maybe not the best, but batting in 2019 he batted 281 with 34 home runs, 93 RBIs, and OPB of 397, slugging of 515, and an OPS of 911.
And he walked 108 times.
He's been a solid player throughout his career.
So Carlos Santana, he's an interesting case. His batting averages up till last year have been, pretty bad. Usually about 230, 240, sometimes getting a little higher, sometimes a little lower. But he's always had really good discipline. Yeah, leading the league in walks once and reaching over 100 4 times. His power has been always quite impressive. He scores runs, he gets RBIs in. Last year, he probably had maybe the best year of his career as he took a step up in power. He continued to have good discipline, but he really stepped up with his average. Career best.
From 2010 through 2017, he had a batting average of 249 with 174 home runs, 587 RBIs, an OPS of 810. But in 2019, he had an extremely good year.
So Santana is a little bit under the radar throughout his career, and he just came off a career year, but no one's really talking about him. Santana, you definitely could argue for him higher on this list, but you can't really expect that his averages will stay in the higher area, and he is getting a little bit on the old side, so we put him.
A good veteran though, with a great 2019. He comes in at 10. Just beating him out at number 9, Houston Astros first baseman Yuli Gurriel. Gurriel, definitely, we were kind of on the fence because his stats are pretty good, hitting 31 home runs with a 298 average last season, but he isn't consistent. He had only hit a total of 34 home runs before 2019, and he had a batting average of actually 291. That's not bad, but he wasn't very good. He wasn't very good going into 2019, but he did great 2019. So he's someone where he's obviously a good player, but it's hard to tell whether or not he's going to be able to keep it up for 2020.
Gurriel had a slash line of 298, 343, 541. He got 31 home runs and 104 RBIs. Not a lot of discipline. Only got walked 37 times. That's not very good. But, he's some young talent, and he's someone who, unlike Santana, we expect to continue to get better, not get worse.
All right, at number 8, Oakland Athletics, Matt Olson. Matt Olson is there. He's not the best, but great defense at first base, taking the Gold Glove in both of the past 2 seasons. He's definitely a solid hitter. Actually, hitting 24, 29, and 36 homers in the past 3 seasons. Okay, averages 259, 247, 267. But he's definitely those offensive numbers combined with his make him a very good player and a strong player.
It reminds me of Mike Schmidt. Low batting average, high power, and good defense. Pretty nice OPS, was 896 last year. Close to 100 RBIs. Not a lot of runs, but
in 2019, hit 36 home runs, batting .267.
It's a little bit. I mean, I kind of question Carlos Santana under Gurriel and Olsen because these players, their numbers aren't nearly as impressive. But Olsen, he's a consistent player. A good glove at first base. There's not a lot of players with a good glove at first base. He's definitely a useful guy, and he comes in at number 8.
Also, in 2018, he played 162 games, every game in the season.
Nice.
In 2018.
That he's young. He's, as Lucas just pointed out, someone who plays a lot, and he's got a bright future ahead of him.
2018 and 19, he had a combined 256 batting average and 65 home runs. That's really good.
Yeah, that is really good.
All right, at number 7, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, we have Josh Bell. He's somebody you usually see higher, but looking closer at his numbers, we decided to put him at 7.
Josh Bell has
2019 was a breakout year, probably the best of his career. Not the most games played in his career, the second least, actually. His most was in 2017 when he had a batting average of 255.
Bell has okay average. His averages aren't bad, but and he's got really strong power. He brought in a lot of runs. A very nice OPS of 936 last year. He's young talent. He's definitely deserving of the number 7 spot. You look at the players like Olsen, Gurriel. They're one thing. They're at one tier, and he's definitely on a higher tier than them. Over 900 OPS, over 30 home runs, over 100 RBIs. A very strong batting average last year, and he's a young player, so he's someone that is exciting and definitely is a talented first baseman.
Okay, at number 6, we've got Jose Abreu. Really good 2019 season, and he's actually been decent. Before 2019, he's been decent, but 2019, he had an amazing year with 33 home runs, batting average of 284, which was not his best. 38 doubles, 1 triple, an OPB of 330, slugging of 503, an LPS of 834. He was a great player in 2019. And then you take his worst. You take away his first season where. Oh wait, never mind.
His first season.
He's been a really good player throughout his career, and he's hit a total of 179 homers.
Yeah, in my opinion, he's the most underrated player in the whole MLB. Like, his stats are really good. A career 293 average, batting in the 300s twice, 284 last season. He hit, as Lucas said, 179 home runs, hitting 33 last season. He's hit over 30, 44 of his 6 years. Really, a very underrated player.
I mean, he's averaging 32 home runs a year, a batting average of 293. 39 doubles, 3 triples, 110 RBIs, an OPS of 862. I mean, that's just amazing stats.
The thing about him that puts him above some of these other really talented players that are a little bit younger is his consistency. Let's look. He's never had a season of under 20 home runs. Only once has he been under 100 RBIs. Only once has he been under 270 batting average. His OPSs only once have been under 800. And not only have his numbers been consistently over average, they've been consistently really good. He's led the league in slugging. He's led the league in RBI, OPS plus, total bases. And he's really, really talented. Someone, as Leo's pointed, very underrated, and he's definitely one of the game's most talented first basemen.
He was the 2014 AL Rookie of the Year. He's in 4th in the MVP voting, 21st in the MVP voting, 14th in the MVP voting, and 19th in the MVP voting.
Yeah, 2-time Silver Slugger and a 3-time All-Star. This is a good player.
Okay, at
Entering the top 5, we have Max Muncy coming in with the bottom spot in that section.
Max Muncy, he was above Paul Goldschmidt in our list. Those two recently got swapped. Max Muncy, power hitter, not a lot of average, but pretty good plate discipline and, a very valuable player. Muncy, before 2018 and 2019, he struggled with injuries, being out the entire 2017, the seasons before, having 45 and 51 games. But then, he went off, and the past 2 seasons he's hit 35 home runs in both. And he's batted .263 and .251, so not a lot of average, but good power.
At number 4, we have Paul Goldschmidt, and down 2019. But besides that, he's been amazing. 2011 to 2018, his first couple of years, he's batted .297 with 209 home runs, 267 doubles, 19 triples, an OPS of .930, an OPB of .398, and a slugging of .532.
Yeah. Goldschmidt, he's a really good player. He's been around in the league a lot. I had some concerns with the fact that he's declined, but Henry was able to argue him into the 4th spot over Max Muncy. He's definitely a good player. We just wonder how long he can keep that up.
The thing about Paul Goldschmidt, I think he's really fantastic. I mean, he's one of the best players of this decade. He's finished 2nd in the MVP voting twice, 3rd once, 6th once, and he's led the league in OPS. He's led the league in slugging, home runs, RBIs, walks. He has very good discipline, reaching over 400 in the OBP category 4 times. He's got strong power, averaging 31 home runs per 162 games. A lot of RBIs, good, really high batting averages. He's a consistent, strong first baseman. He definitely needs to be thought of one of the game's top, even with the decline in 2019.
Yeah. He's received accolades through his whole career. 6 All-Stars, 4 Silver Sluggers, and 3 Gold Gloves. In addition, as Henry said, 3 top 5 MVP finishes and a 6th place. Heading into the top 3 getting the bronze medal, we have Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo has been a great player throughout the past decade. Model consistency. He has hit, let's see, on average 29 home runs in 162 games. Hit only 25 and 27 the past 2 years, but in the 4 years before that, he hit 32 or 31 in all 4 years. He bats for good averages, batting over .270 the past 6 seasons, including as high as .293, .292. He's really just been a great player and very consistent.
Rizzo, definition of consistency, and I have a few more numbers to explain this. So, in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, he has had over 600 plate appearances. He's hit over 20 home runs. He's batted over .270. Actually, the first year of this span, he batted .233. But other than that, over .270. .862 career OPS. He's 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, 90 runs, 280 batting average. Last year, he even posted a 405 OPP, which is really good. The thing is, he doesn't have the best stats, usually doesn't lead the league in anything, but his consistency puts him higher up on these lists.
Okay, at number 2, we have Pete Alonso, the rookie home run leader. A .260 batting average, 120 RBIs. That's like the second best in the league. An OPB of .358, a slugging of .583. just been he was a great player in 2019, and we thought he could go number 2.
Yeah, Pete
Yeah.
Alonso. Wow. What a rookie season. 941 OPS for a rookie, 53 home runs, 120 RBIs, 103 runs, 260 batting average. That's not fantastic, but we can just forget about that and look at those 53 home runs. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. He's got a super bright future, and it's hard to put a rookie so high on a list because, rookies are they're rookies. They're not the top players. They're, they might be great, but they have to go through a lot more years. They have to show themselves consistency. And it's hard to put someone like Pete Alonso over some great players, but 53 home runs, that just says it all.
Yeah. He has really good RBIs, but really that home run total is like the epitome of his game. But it's insane how much he sends the ball out of the park. So at number 1, we have Freddie Freeman, Atlanta Braves first baseman and the best first baseman in the league.
It's kind of funny. So far, both of these lists, you know who number 1 is. Freeman is obviously the best first baseman in the league, and Riamoto is obviously.
But I have to go, so I will. You guys can finish up because I have to go.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess we're saying goodbye to Lucas. He's one of our FLB members.
All right, just finish up.
Freddie Freeman. He is our number 1, and he's been a very consistent batting average player throughout his career. But last year he took the step up power-wise, hitting 38 home runs, which was only the second time he's hit over 30 home runs in his career. 38, that's a really impressive total, and you combine that with 121 RBIs, which is really fantastic. A 295 batting average. The past 3 seasons before that one, he batted over 300, then 295. He's really fantastic batting average. It was 293 career. He's got strong plate discipline. He doubles a ton. Now he's got power. RBIs, runs, hits. He does it all. Freddie Freeman, he's consistent, and he just had his career year, so there's a ton ahead of him. He's won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger. He's a 4-time All-Star. See, anything else to talk about him? I don't really think so. I feel like we've covered it. One more thing to add, he's got a 35.7 WAR over 10 seasons. That's fantastic. But yeah, Freddie Freeman, best first baseman in the league by a landslide. Goldschmidt, Alonso, Muncy, Olsen, those are all really good first basemen. First base is a pretty good position. There's a lot of players who just rake at the plate, but Freeman's on the top.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. So let's finish this video with us. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Expect the top 10 second baseman video soon, and bye.
Bye.